Do you think the best football players are always young? At DigiBall, we're here to prove that age is just a number. Join us as we explore the 10 most expensive over 30 signings in football history.
Kibali, Napoli to Chelsea, 34 million euros. In 2022, Kibali was one of the most talked about defenders in world football. It was Chelsea who managed to bring him in for 34 million euros. His time at Stamford Bridge lasted just one season, as he was quickly shipped off when Mauricio Pochettino came to the club. He joined several other big-name stars in moving to Saudi Arabia, where he became one of the highest-paid players in the Middle East. Leonardo Bonucci, Juventus to AC Milan, 37.4 million euros. For Leonardo Bonucci, his move to AC Milan should have gone much better, as he remained in the same division he had dominated for years come 2017. With the Rossoneri looking to return to the summit of Serie A, they enlisted the help of a man who was no stranger to winning Scudettos at Juventus. However, Milan didn't find their form until some years later, and Bonucci struggled without his usual cohort surrounding him. Within a year, he was back in Turin on a cut-price deal. Paulinho, Barcelona to Guangzhou FC, 37 billion euros. There have been some strange moves in football, but Paulinho's sudden arrival at Barcelona in 2017 is right up there as one of the most baffling. After one full season and 49 games for the Spanish Giants, the Brazilian was back to Guangzhou FC. Firstly on loan, but then a permanent deal during the 2018. Incredibly, the Catalonians were able to make an overall profit on the deal when combining the loan and transfer fees. It was partly due to deals like this that the Chinese Super League eventually collapsed. Marco Verratti, Paris Saint-Germain to Al Arab SC, 39 million euros. Usually it is PSG who are the ones bringing in the big money stars. The Italian had been a constant figure in the French capital for over a decade, but in 2022, the time had come for the diminutive midfielder to move on. While many were going to Saudi Arabia, the 31 years old instead moved to Qatar to join Al Arabi SC. He was quite comfortably the club's most expensive purchase, with he and former Parisian teammate Abdou Diallo combining to be worth 6 times the amount of the previous record rival Carlos Henrique Diaz. Robert Lewandowski, Bayern Munich to Barcelona, 42.5 million euros. Robert Lewandowski playing for Barcelona in the 2023-24 campaign. It's becoming more common for Barcelona to bring in older stars to the club, hoping that their quality will continue to show for a little while longer in a less intense league. Although, some of these lead to more problems than solutions. The signing of Robert Lewandowski can be seen in a positive light. The Pole had become one of the greatest goal scorers in world football and was seeking a new challenge after achieving everything possible at Bayern Munich. In his first season, he topped the scoring charts at Camp Nou and helped Xavi's team secure a La Liga title. Miralem Pjanic, Juventus to Barcelona, 59 million euros. If Lewandowski was one of the biggest success stories of the recent transfer strategy at Barcelona, Miralem Pjanic was one of the biggest failures. The Bosnia was a former Champions League finalist at Juventus, as well as a 4-time Italian champion. Despite being on the wrong side of 30, Barca were confident enough in his ability to make him one of their most expensive signings. Spending the sort of money in a COVID-hit season was always going to be a risk, but it didn't pay off as the midfielder made just 30 appearances for the club and was let go on a free transfer 2 years later. Casemiro, Real Madrid to Manchester United, 70 million euros. It's been a tale of 2 seasons for Casemiro at Manchester United. In his debut campaign, the tough-tackling Brazilian looked every bit worth the 70 million euros spent on bringing him in, as he led the Red Devils to their first major trophy in 6 years. His second season couldn't have been more of a stark contrast if he had tried. The 32 years old looked like he was accused of being overweight and simply couldn't keep up with the demands of the Premier League. As one of the biggest earners in the division, it seemed getting him off the book would be the priority of Ineos, but that has failed to occur thus far. Neymar, Paris Saint-Germain to Al Hilal, 77.6 million euros. Neymar, the most expensive player of all time, but it wasn't this deal that took Neymar to the top of the list. It was his move to PSG which did that, but when his time at the French Giants came to an end, they still recouped a fair chunk of money. The flashy winger was one of many superstars who swapped Europe for Saudi Arabia when he took the leap to join Al Hilal in 2023. All the money got the Saudi Pro League champions just 5 appearances, as the Brazilian was sidelined for the majority of the year with an ACL injury. They'll be hoping that when Neymar does return, he can be repaying the incredible amount of money that was spent on him while helping the club defend their title. Harry Kane, Tottenham Hotspur to Bayern Munich, 86.4 million euros. From a personal point of view, Harry Kane's 86.4 million euros move to Bayern Munich couldn't have gone much better. The England captain was able to break several records during his first season in Germany and firmly establish himself as one of, if not the best number 9 in the world. However, it was clear that Kane joined Bavarians to win titles, something he's failed to do thus far. Thomas Tuchel's shortcomings combined with the sudden emergence of dominant Bayer Leverkusen meant that the 31-year-old finished the year empty-handed, and he now needs to wait at least another year for the first major honor in his career.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Real Madrid to Juventus, £99.2 million.
After winning 3 consecutive Champions League titles, another 4 Ballon d'Or awards, and cementing his legacy as a Real Madrid legend, Cristiano Ronaldo decided in 2018 that it was time for a new adventure. In a move that sent shockwaves around the sport, the Portuguese legend moved to Juventus as he looked to conquer Italy. The ultimate goal was to bring the old lady their first Champions League title since 1996. He was unable to do that, but did still get his hands on the Serie A title and was as lethal as ever in front of goal before securing a return to Manchester United in 2021.
Alright guys, that's our list of the top 10 most expensive players over 30. Who else do you think should be on this list? Let us know in the comments. For more awesome videos, make sure to subscribe to DigiBall and hit that notification bell. See you in the next one.